Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Chronically Healthy Life show. When you hear the word chronically, do you automatically associate it with chronic disease? We all do. It's been programmed right into us. But what if we flip that whole idea on its head? Let's discover how we can create chronic health in our bodies, our minds, our finances, our relationships, and our lives. Welcome to the place where chronically means healthy, wealthy, joyful, and ridiculously alive. Let's flip that script together. So today we are doing something very special today. We are putting Minna Wong herself in the hot seat. She is a skincare entrepreneur, business consultant, and time management powerhouse. As the founder of Coolness Skincare, she turned her personal battle with eczema and dry, sensitive skin into a clean beauty brand rooted in powerful botanicals and intentional self-care. Her mission? Help women feel confident in their natural skin, no filters, no compromises. With a background in business consulting, Minna also helps entrepreneurs streamline their strategy and master their time so they can grow without burnout. She blends heart, hustle, and high-level execution, redefining beauty and success from the inside out. Minna, I'm so happy to be talking to you today.
It's weird to be on the other side of
it. You're in the hot seat today. And our topic today is stress is not the villain, reframing time, business, and the mind. Wow, that's going to be fun. But Minna, I know you real well, but I think our audience would like to know you a little better. So tell us a little bit how you came to be in wellness. You mentioned eczema and dry, sensitive skin. How did you come to go on a wellness path?
So if we are to go all the way back, I grew up in Hong Kong. I was born in like the 70s, and that was in Hong Kong. So I was born with eczema in like the humid, hot climate. So ever since I know who I am, I know that I have eczema, and it came from my grandfather because it skipped my mom for some reason. And it's something that I learned to have to deal with it, but it's also been told that this is something I'm born with, that is never going to go away. You just have to live with it. Mm-hmm. So throughout my school days and during the time that I'm still in Hong Kong, it's still hot and humid. It's a struggle every day because then I don't want to show all this little itchiness, all these little scratches. I have scars all over my elbows, my arms. Any joints, there's always going to be some type of eczema on it. And I really don't want to show it, but, because we're all wearing uniforms, we can hide it.
Mm. So was it pretty much your arms? Did it affect anywhere else besides your arms?
So it's arms, legs, neck. Sometimes it's on my face, behind my ears, in between the knuckle joints. Oh. It's all over the place. So it's not pretty at all.
Oh, so misery, just misery.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So as a growing up in hot and humid Hong Kong, eczema, being a kid and not wanting all your friends to, notice. Yeah. So what did you do then? How did you cope?
I don't think I know how to cope during the time. My parents took me to all the doctors they could find, and we've tried a lot of different stuff. Nothing seems to work. And at the same time, I'm just kind of learned to cope with it because, it seems to me that it's never going to go away. I just have to learn to live with it. Right? Mm-hmm. So it's just something that, as a teenager, that's something that I would tell myself that I have to live with forever. So that's actually all changed in my early 20s. That's when we start going for the alternate paths. We start looking into Chinese herbal medicine, the homeopath, all these different modalities. And without grossing you too much, um, one of the modalities actually is a daily herbal remedy that I have to drink. It's like pitch black. Andy saw it before. It gross him out. It's like if there's a really black soup that you have to drink every day. And after you drink it, it's some nasty bathroom activity. Just so you know.
Activities.
And that went on for almost 6 months.
Ooh.
Right. But after the 6 months, my eczema is gone.
Wow.
Right. So what it's telling you and telling me is toxins. It's toxins that I have since I was a baby, which of course I'm going to blame my mom for giving that to me. Who else could it be? Right. But it took 20 years of basically trial and error. And it really isn't Western medicine to fix it. It's just going back to the roots.
Mm-hmm. We keep coming back to that on all of our health topics. It's always get the toxins out.
Right?
We're being exposed to toxins all the time. So that must be ongoing for you because we have, GMO food and pesticides and chemtrails and all this stuff. And it's constant exposure to toxins.
For sure. I mean, it's not just the skin, right? I have a lot of nose sinus allergies as well. And that took until another maybe 30, until I was in my 30s that I finally got rid of it. And that's when we really changed our diet, right? We changed to real foods. We don't eat the junk food anymore. And we try to take care of ourselves a little bit more. We take supplements more religiously than before. So everything helps. It's not one thing that fixes you. It really is a combination of different modalities, different things you have to do, and it's consistency is the daily thing you have to do.
Yes, consistency is this is like a radical self-care regimen for your health.
For sure.
What about stress? Because stress gets blamed for everything, but it's a huge factor. So how does stress factor in?
So going back to the eczema, one of the considered side effects is that even as a kid, I cannot sleep well. Right? I have never had a night that I can sleep 8 hours straight without getting up because I'm itchy somewhere. I need to scratch somewhere. Not trying to gross it up. That's just how, as a kid, I learned to get up like every couple of hours just because I need to scratch something. Oh. And that's not how a kid should be. Like a kid should be sleeping really well, and I don't. And that's a lot of stress on my body as well.
Yes, because lack of sleep is a huge stressor.
And I never had to good sleep.
And yet, okay, a little aside, because I know you were a star student at the same time. Just goes to show you, there's brains in that girl right there.
Well, I mean, the system is very different. So if you study, you'll probably do well. I mean, that's actually the other thing we can talk about in stress, but that's like school stress.
School stress. So, well, because when you were young, you weren't sleeping well. You had this thing going on that was causing you the vicious cycle of causing you the stress, which made it more stressful. And then on top of it, school is stressful anyway for kids. So how did you come out like emotionally stable?
Not a psycho.
Not a psycho.
I think, we are resilient, right? And so we learn to deal with a lot of it. And seeing that I have, I guess, deficiencies, it makes me want to do well in other areas better, which is why I, do better in school, just because, I probably don't look very good during the time. I have to make up for it somewhere.
Oh, poor little Minna, little girl, trying to do well and having eczema on her face. Oh.
the only one in school that has eczema, right? It wasn't a common thing in the 70s. I was the only one.
Right.
Yeah, now it's common. It's like almost every other kid has eczema for some reason. But during the time, it wasn't common. I'm the only one out of the 40 in my class, actually probably my whole school. Right? And there's hundreds of people. I'm the only one.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because that brings us back to toxins and stress. And now, especially nowadays, the stress. I mean, let's talk about what stress actually is. Like, we all kind of know what we feel like when we're stressed out, but what does that actually mean for us?
So I guess to answer one of your questions from before, how do I deal with it, is that I don't know that it's stress. As a kid, I don't know what stress is. No one tells me that this is stressful to you. And because of that, I dealt with it, not knowing that it is stress. And that's something I came to realize later, that stress is not a thing. Like, it's not an event. It's not something that happens to you. It's not real unless you make it real. Right? It's in your head. Right? And it's your interpretation of the situation that tells you are telling yourself that you are stressed out. Right? But if you're not aware of it, sometimes you're actually not stressed.
That is an excellent point.
Right?
Yes. Mindset and perception.
For sure.
Stress is not actually real. It's how you perceive it.
It's like the same situation can mean different things to different people. For you, Kristy, you like to swim, so you going to swim is relaxing to you. You're happy, you enjoy it. Put Andy in the same swimming pool, it will stress him out. It's the same activity, it's a different interpretation. And part of that is what you tell yourself the story is, right? And part of it is because he doesn't know how to swim. So if he learned how to swim, he managed to overcome that, get the knowledge on how to do it properly, he probably won't be as stressful, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same activity, different interpretation, and that's why I said stress is not an event that happens to everybody. It's your interpretation.
That is an excellent point. I love that mind shift of perception. I'm going to keep that. That's really cool.
Bungee jumping for me is super stressful because I hated it. It's super cool to other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really true. That's really true. And seeing it with the kids too, like kids who are struggling with reading, that's stressful for them. Mm-hmm. And then there's the kids that, or like math tends to be stressful for a lot of kids these days. But the ones that do well in it, they're like, I love this. And they're very verbal about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the physiology of stress is real, like the elevated heart rate, eventually you get sickness because of heart problems, strokes, cancer, all sorts of weird things come up because you're stressed. But stress itself is something you interpret it. It's not something that's given to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Or inflicted on you.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, how can we like shift from, okay, I can't ask you this question because we have to go to a break, but I'm going to ask it and then think about it. And then we're going to come back and answer. How do we start shifting our mental mindset out of I'm in this negative stress state into, I can use this stress for something positive? Because I think this is a huge question. Yeah. All right, everybody, stay tuned. We're going to come back with Minna and answer that question.
Okay.
When you look in the mirror, do you see skin that's just dry, tired, and stressed? It's time for a new ritual. Introducing Deep Love, the blue botanical face cream by Coolness. We've captured their tranquil essence of blue botanicals in a cloud-soft formula that deeply soothes irritation and restores your natural, healthy glow. This isn't just skincare, it's an act of self-care. It's Deep Love. Find your calm only at coolness.com. Scan the QR code now to visit our website.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Chronically Healthy Life Show. We are here getting into the mind of Minna. So Minna, how can we've gotten into this very interesting idea that we can shift out of negative stress and into positive stress. How can we start to do that for ourselves?
So humans always have a fight or flight response. So, and that came from our ancestry, right? Is during the time we were cavemen, we were chased by tigers, and that's stressful. If I'm getting chased by a tiger, I would be stressed too. But nowadays, we're not being chased by tigers. We are chased by emails, texts, and everybody else's demands on us. And that's not the same as a tiger. They aren't going to eat you. And
Hopefully.
So, right? That's you really realize that it's not really life and death for you, even if you're late for an appointment, right? It's not the end of the world if you get a B instead of an A. And that's, it's a mindset shift. You have to change. You have to think about, is it really life and death? Is it really something that has to happen right now? Or what's the consequences? What's the worst that can happen? A lot of times it's not that bad, right? If you're 2 minutes late to an appointment, you're probably okay.
Yeah. And you're gonna get into your appointment and everything's gonna be fine. Yeah. Especially when it's out of your control. Like if you're caught in traffic, that's not under your control. So getting all wah about it isn't going to really help the situation.
Right? Getting stressed in traffic is completely useless, right? Yeah. They're not going to move any faster.
Well, I love the way that you put it. It's just so simple. It's just change your mind about it. Say to yourself, okay, well, this is out of my control, so it's not the end of the world. And I love that.
Things happen for a reason. If you're late for something, it may be because of you shouldn't be there. If you're stressed out because you don't know how to swim, maybe it's a sign that you should go learn how to swim.
Yeah. Handy that boy.
I'm sure he's sneezing right now.
Well, let's talk about time management, because I have seen people who like weave in and out, and you can tell they're late for work or something, and it's frightening because you can see them almost hit people and they're going to cause some big problem. And to me, that they're all stressed out because they don't have time management skills. If they'd left 10 minutes earlier, they wouldn't be in that situation. So how can time management, first of all, how can we improve our time management skills? And second, how can that help us de-escalate stress?
Well, to help with time management, it has a lot to do with planning. And planning doesn't mean that day. Sometimes planning means you have to actually plan the night before. Let me give you an example. If you need to leave the house at 6 a.m. to get to wherever it is, to get to your office, and you know that you tend to be tired and sleepy if you drink the night before, then don't drink the night before, because you're going to mess yourself up. That's part of you planning for the following day. If you want tomorrow to be successful, you have to plan tonight. So it's all about planning, and it's about being able to know what your priorities are and say no to things that don't matter, right? So if these random people coming at me and ask me, hey, can you volunteer to do this? No. right? Or mom groups that tell you to do this. Hey, because we're all doing this, and shouldn't you be doing that too? No, I don't have time for it. My time is spent doing, with my daughter or whatever it is, right? I'm here to handle my priorities, not to your priorities. So a lot of times when people ask you to do them a favor, is because they like misery, they like to put stress on you, they want to bring you into the group. Whatever it is, you have to be sure that you know what's important to you first before saying yes to everybody else's problems.
That's very true. And I think a lot of parents out there, because, when you're dealing with kids, they become the priority, especially if they're little. It sort of naturally kind of happens. And then other people are coming at them with other stuff. And it can feel like you're being pulled in a million directions. So, yeah, no is a complete sentence, as they say.
It's unfortunate that now people believe that we can do everything. We can have everything, that you can have a job that does 20 hours on a job and still have 4 kids at home and still have a life, and still volunteer here and do something else there. It's not possible. You have to figure out what your 24 hours is going to go, and 8 hours of that go to sleep.
Right. And then also some of that 24 hours also you need downtime.
For sure.
You need to be able to eat. You need to be able to rest. You need to be able, whatever that looks like, exercise, which exercise and rest kind of go together sometimes. Yes. So
for some reason, the modern philosophy is we should have it all. We don't have it all. You have to figure out when to have what, right? You can have 4 kids, but a career later, or you can have career now and 4 kids later. You can manage it all together if you have someone helping you with it. I'm not saying you can't do it all, but you have to figure out how your time's going to work, because you only have 24 hours. Everybody has 24 hours. Yeah. Nobody has 24.
No, unfortunately. But it does put us all on a level playing field.
It does.
Yeah.
So you can be a billionaire. You still only have 24 hours.
Okay, so saying no to time management is planning, but it seems like prioritizing as well. Like I love to I don't drink personally, but just for an example, your example, I love to have 2 drinks at night with my dinner, but then I've noticed in the morning I'm sleeping cranky and I have trouble getting to work on time. So then the priority becomes, do you want to drink those drinks, or do you want to feel better in the morning and go to work? Yeah. And then you make a choice.
You got it. Yeah. One or the other.
You and I had this discussion once before, which I'm going to throw out there, but once we had this discussion about making the statement of, instead of saying, I don't want this, saying, I choose this instead.
Yeah.
And that's what it boils down to. And it boils down to that for your health too. You said, I'm choosing to be well. I'm choosing to find a path to heal my eczema.
Right. And that's empowering, right? Because my mom, she was sick all her life, right? Even when I was a teenager, she passed in a bathtub. I have to pick her up. And it's not because she's not an alcoholic or anything. She's just always sick, right? Oh. So she chose to be sick all her life, but I choose to be the opposite. And that's my choice. So I choose to be healthy. I choose to do all these weird things with Andy because be healthy. I mean, people look at us like, why did you have an ice tub in the house? Like, that's torture. No, it's not torture. It's wellness.
Yes, exactly. Well, and that has led you to develop coolness. Your botanical skincare line. So what made you decide to go that way into skin? Was it because of your eczema, and you want to help women?
Well, it's because I am menopausal. I mean, in the 50s, skin start to change. And going back to my eczema days, I remember I couldn't use soap. to shower. It's an oil-based bath oil that I had used. It's a special thing that I have to use for my eczema because everything else dries me out. It is really hard to choose something that I can deal with. As I grow older, I'm a little more tolerant to it, but even then, a lot of things I couldn't use. So when COVID hits, we have problems looking for stuff, right? So I start to figure out a way to do things myself, right? So, when we're home, we're stuck at home. We started with household cleaner first because that's easy. It's kind of like baking soda, vinegar, and all that stuff. And then you move up to like lip balm and stuff that you just melt butters and waxes and you get it. And then, next level up, you start doing the creams and the lotions, the toners. And that's how I learned that I can actually formulate something for myself. And for people like me that has dry skin, going through hormonal changes, all sorts of weirdness going on, nothing seems to work, but I can actually make something work. And nothing out there works.
So you were your first test subject then.
And Andy.
And Andy, I can just see you slathering him with lotion. Here, try this.
Well, he's a pretty good guinea pig.
Yeah. Yeah. So then did you have trial and error? Were there things that you realized didn't work well and then things that did?
Oh, there are a lot of things that doesn't work well. Yeah. For example, when we do help dealing with creams, like cream is actually a gelling of water and oil, which usually don't mix together. And if you are not handling it right, not using the right portion, the right ingredients, they will separate. So I had a lot of those. I have a lot of things that don't smell good, doesn't work good, it doesn't spread good. So there's a lot of criteria. There's a lot to learn, which took years to learn it, really. But that's part of the fun. And going back to stress, that could be stressful to people if you're not enjoying it. For me, it's actually kind of fun.
Well, I love that. I love how enthusiastic and passionate you are about it. So I like that you kind of built the skill set then. Household cleaners are easy. That is, I agree with you with that even I can do that.
It's kind of like learning to cook, right? You don't learn to do it, make a cake in day one. You do scrambled eggs the first day, right?
Right. Well, what could people, like, I think a lot of people use products out in the world, and sometimes they might even think they're healthy products, but they have things in them and they don't realize, they don't make the connection that it's irritating their skin, or now I'm going to itch because mindset. So how can we sort of start becoming aware of maybe if something isn't agreeing with us in some way?
If you are using something new, try something new, you can always do like a patch test first to see if you're reacting to it. Sometimes we get used to something and we don't know that we're not agreeing to it. Eggs, for example, not as a skincare ingredient, but as a food. A lot of people eat eggs not knowing they're intolerant to eggs. Until they do a detox routine, they stop eating it for 2 weeks. And when you reintroduce it, they start reintroducing eggs in the diet, all of a sudden they get sick because they're actually intolerant to it. Same thing with milk. It may not be the milk, it may not be the flour or whatever. It just, you build an intolerance to these things, not knowing that you should not be taking those things. Same thing with things that you put on your skin. Skincare, for example, you do get tolerant to it unless you break out in hives and you know for sure that
yeah, that's right.
But a lot of skincare has a lot of chemical preservatives to it. And chemical preservatives there's a limit by law how much they should put into it. So let's say it's 1%, right? But when you're using multiple products, when you're stacking products on top of each other, each one of them has 1%. Now you're putting 3%, 4%, chemical preservatives onto your skin, and that's actually over the limit. So look for things that is natural preservatives. All the products that you buy will have some type of preservatives because they have to sell it, they have to preserve it. But just look for the better alternatives. Even your clothes, for example, they could irritate you. For my life of me, I cannot wear cashmere. It's itchy as hell. It's just really itchy. I cannot wear that, and because I guess I'm allergic to it, or I'm just intolerant to it.
Yeah. So
your clothes has a lot of chemicals on it, a lot of chemical, thingies on it that actually irritates you, and it goes into your skin also. That might be probably a problem too. So sometimes maybe changing your clothes could help.
Or changing your laundry detergent.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
Yeah, I'm like you. I can't wear wool or any of those things. I can't even try them on. I'm just like ripping it off. Like, no. So it's really an awareness thing. It just become more aware. Pay attention if your body's telling you. I know, I think women get programmed a lot that you have to wear fashion, but if it's not comfortable and it's causing you problems, you're spending a lot of money for things that aren't benefiting you. So
I will say this though. I know that a lot of people is getting more allergic to more things, and that's mostly because of the gut problems. Right. So as you get older, if you're not taking care of your gut, your digestive issues start showing up, and when you're eating more toxins, it's building up in your body, then you start getting allergies to all these things that you weren't allergic to before. Right. Seafood is actually a prime example, right? There are a lot of people that were not allergic to seafood before, and then once they turn 40, all of a sudden, they're allergic to shrimp and crab and everything, and they don't know why. And it's just because there's a lot of buildup in the gut, and they need to do something about it.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it's all works together. I'm hearing you. It's like there is no one answer. We have to be aware.
Yeah, it's not an easy answer. I mean, that's why alternative medicine is not an easy thing to learn, to pick up, because it's not a pill. It's a lot of knowledge and a lot of trial and error, which is why it's not easy to adopt, but it's worthwhile.
It is worthwhile. All right. Well, we need to take a quick break here, but when we come back, we'll be back with more Minna and hopefully some new information on dealing with stress and time management.
Everything we're made of contains light. From the sun that feeds our world to the energy that flows within us. With LifeWave X39, we've found a way to put that light to work. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality. By gently stimulating the skin with light, our non-invasive, non-transdermal X39 patches help you conquer your active lifestyle and pave a new way to vibrant health. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. It all starts with your body and a little help from light. Place one LifeWave X39 patch on the body. Apply the patch to clean, dry skin in the morning. Patches may be worn for up to 12 hours before discarding. Keep well hydrated while using this product. Harness your natural potential. Reclaim youthful energy. Live long, live well, live young with LifeWave X39. Be the light. LifeWave.
Why do 98% of beauty enthusiasts rave about coolness? It's all in the blend of ancient wisdom and modern science. Introducing Coolness, Pearlescent Face and Eye Serum Cream. This powerhouse combines the antioxidative power of schisandra berries, the glow of pearl powder, and the hydrating wonders of dragon's blood extract. It's like a time machine for your skin, making it radiant, firm, and oh so smooth. Inspired by ancient Chinese traditions and backed by modern nutritional science, this serum cream is perfect for dry, mature, and aging skin. It's time to unlock your inner glow with Coolness. Treat your skin to the best of both worlds today.
Hello and welcome back to the Chronically Healthy Life Show. We are here with Minna, who has developed this amazing skincare line called Coolness. And, you know, Minna, one thing I know about you is you're building this business while you still have a day job. And of course you have Andy, which is a whole handful in and of itself. So let's talk business a little bit. How are you managing your time and stress with all that going on?
So I have a very set schedule. You know, you always get up at a certain time, you go to sleep at a certain time. So you know how many hours I have to work with and how many hours I have to spend with my day job. Right. So then I know how much time I have to build my business. And then the first thing I would do every day after my morning routine would be to, I think it was Brian Tracy that coins it, eat the frog. Eating the frog means you do the nastiest thing first thing in the morning. So there's always something during the day that you know you have to do that day, that you hated it, you don't want to do it, you've been ignoring it. Do that thing first, because once you get it out of the way, the rest of the day feels so much easier. It flows much better. Whereas if you don't do it, you leave it to the end of the day, you start worrying about it throughout the day, and the whole day is ruined. So eat the frog, no matter how nasty it is, just eat the damn thing.
That is actually a very good metaphor. I'm visualizing you with your cats and the frog. Give me the cats, the frog. But that's a really good tip. And then you don't have the kind of time to devote 8-10 hours a day to your business. So how do you manage that? You just give yourself an hour a day or something like that? Or
I would give myself a couple hours in the morning, and I would block it off so that I would spend that time just to do business work. And that comes back to the night before, the day before. You want to list out things you want to do in those 2 hours, so that when those 2 hours come, you know exactly what you need to do, and just shut the door, get those things done, and you're done with it. If you don't do the night before or the day before, the things that you need to do, let's just go 3 things that you want to do the next day, right? If you don't do those 3 things ahead of time and you sit in front of the computer for the 2 hours, you try to come up with those 3 things to do. It's not easy. And you're spending a lot of time figuring out what you're supposed to do. So do that the day before. So when you have your dedicated time to your business, do those things. And it doesn't have to be a lot of things. Just do 3 a day. Doing 3 things a day towards your business is a big step, right? Sometimes I don't even get to 3. Sometimes I only get 1, right? But just do something every day towards your business, because you're building it towards your legacy, right? That's your legacy that you're leaving behind, not your job. So your job pays the bills. It gives you some type of satisfaction. It gives you some type of connection. But it doesn't really build a legacy. Right? It's rare to actually find a job that builds your legacy, I think.
Oh, I agree with you. Yes, definitely. And your passion for skincare, given your background, it's very clear. And it does make sense that you have to connect it with what you eat and the household chemicals and the chemicals in your, things like what you're washing yourself with when you take a shower. And it makes total sense. Have you expanded out from creams and stuff to like soaps? Have you gotten that far yet, or will you be?
I have done cleansers and toners. And so the cleanser is oil-based. And I find that the oil-based cleanser actually cleans better than a soap-based cleanser.
Ooh.
And that knowledge came from Shoe Shine. We had, there's one day they went to a mall, there's this kiosk, and this girl is selling us these coconut oil-based shoe shine. And I was looking at how can you use coconut oil to clean shoes? And she's just showing me, put coconut oil on it. It's the whole thing. Start scrubbing it. It does actually works better than soap. And same thing with your face. I'm not saying go use shoe shine. Something that's oil based, because that actually strips oil out better than a soap based cleanser. It's actually the same thing with mouthwash. You're familiar with those really nasty peppermint-based mouthwash, the green things. Don't use those. I mean, I don't use those.
Neither.
I use MCT oil, which is like liquid-based coconut oil, medium chain coconut oil. Use that to, what do you call it? What do they call it? I think they call it mouth washing. I think you call it mouth washing. You just, swish it in your mouth for a few minutes, spit it back out. It's a better cleanse than using mouthwash. So oil-based products is actually better for your skin to clean it without stripping off oil than like a soap-based oil thing.
I never ever have heard that anywhere ever. That is amazing.
And you get it from a shoe shine.
Hey, that girl's onto something.
It's a great product.
Well, that's amazing. I bet there's a lot of women out there. I mean, I can imagine that using, especially on your face, all the little tiny, as you age, the little tiny wrinkles and lines that come out, that could just naturally, with the emollients from the oil, seems like it would just really help with that.
I think it really does help, and it actually gives you moisture back instead of stripping moisture from your face. So the cleanser is, I think it works well. I mean, I think I'm a model for it. And I can use it for months myself.
Yeah. So when did you start? When did you decide to start Coolness? How long ago?
It was 2 years ago that I started with playing with skincare. Right. So once I have some type of success, then I can think about, should I turn this into business or is it just a hobby? Right. So if I decided that this is going to be a business, then you go all out as a business. Then that's you start looking for not just a formulation, right? For working a business is not just about the products. There's about the marketing, the accounting, finding customers, doing sales, doing back office, websites. Everything is a business. So, I mean, you have to really love being an entrepreneur to be an entrepreneur, because it sucks if you don't. doesn't help if you don't.
And we're back to stress.
It's really depending on what you enjoy doing, what you don't enjoy doing. And really, it's just if you like to do it, it's not stressful at all.
Right. Well, so if you could give us one message about stress and time and business all mixed in there, what would you tell people to think about with all that? That's a lot of information you've given us today.
I would say that stress is optional. If you see that as feedback, you can take that as your body telling you there's something you don't want to do. There's something you're reluctant. Maybe there's something you need to learn or something you need to say no to. Whatever it is, treat that as feedback. It's trying to tell you something is wrong.
Mm. So, well, that's an interesting. So, a lot of people out there have a job and they're reliant on that job. That job pays their bills, but they may not. They may be having all these reactions. The hard time getting up in the morning. They don't want to go. They're resistant. They get there. They're not happy. How can we start making the shift? Because that becomes stress, which leads to disease. And so what are some steps that people can take to make that shift to?
I would start with knowing what would alleviate you from that feedback. It might mean a different line of work. It might mean that you should not be working and you should be doing something else. It might be a business. It might be, I don't know, you're a professional pickleball player. I don't know. It could be a job, right? Because they get paid endorsements.
Yeah.
Having a job is not the only way to find the money you need to support your family and your life. There are different ways to make money.
Yeah.
So you just have to do it the right way. And there's millions of jobs out there. Even though some people may tell you that they couldn't find a job, they're not looking. You cannot look for exactly the same job and say, hey, this is going to release my stress, because that's not going to happen. If your engineering job is stressing you out and you don't like it, you hate it, you don't want to go to work, finding another engineering job isn't going to help you at all.
Right. And sometimes that takes thinking outside the box a little about what skills you actually have that you maybe discount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you have to really be open-minded about it. It could be something that your family despises. Like if you have family doctors, they may not want you to be a lawyer. You might actually be a very good lawyer. I don't know.
Yeah. Or it could go the other way, like your family pressured you to be a lawyer and you hate it.
Just because other people may tell you you're not good at it doesn't mean you're not good at it.
Yeah. I think you once said that what you're good at may not necessarily be what you love. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes you're really good at doing something, but it isn't your thing. It isn't the thing that's gonna, what do you think about also like a smaller baby step? Like sometimes maybe it's the job you're in. Maybe you don't even need to leave the organization. Maybe you need to look at different things that are available within the organization that make a shift.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I used to be a consultant at a company, and a lot of consultants, they actually don't like to consult. They like to sell. So they go to the sales consultant department and they flourish there and they actually make a lot more money too. So you don't have to be stuck with what you know. You can always try the waters of, different departments in your company if they're open to it. Just open your eyes to what's out there and, throughout the universe that you're looking for something new, something that you're going to love.
Mm. And you don't have to quit your job tomorrow. You can. Yeah. And all you entrepreneurial people out there, just start somewhere, like Minna said. Just one step at a time, one thing, even if you only do one thing a day, it gets you there. It gets you there, right?
Eventually, I mean, if you're doing a business as a part-time job, give it 5-10 years. It takes that long to build a business.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't expect to have instant success like these influencers. That's not a real job.
So how can we find coolness out there?
So I have a website, www.coolness.com, Qoolness.com. You can also find the products on Amazon as well. Just look up Coolness on Amazon and you'll find it.
Oh, you have it on Amazon.
I have it. It's a struggle. That was stressful. You don't make it easy for you.
So because it's a skincare product, do you think that was getting on Amazon made it tougher?
No, they have very strict rules about how to set up a brand on Amazon because they want a reputation, and to set up all the logistics, it's just not an easy thing, and it's just complex, but it's something that as an entrepreneur you have to learn to deal with. There's going to be difficult things everywhere.
If people want to reach out to you directly, maybe as a consultant, how can they find you? Your website? What
My
else?
website, coolness.com. We're show hosts on chronicallyhealthylife.com. You can always email us anything at Chronically Healthy Life. You can always find us there, or I don't know, just
Yeah.
comment on my website.
Yes. And I can attest, I got to be one of her guinea pigs in her first face serum, and it was very nice. And I know it wasn't even your final version, so give it a shot if you have the skin issues that you need. Yeah, yeah, I did. I used the whole thing. All right, everybody. That's it for this week's show. Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time at e360tv.com under the Vitality TV network. Or, of course, you can find us on YouTube at Chronically Healthy Life. Swing by chronicallyhealthylife.com this week for your free 30-minute consultation with Andy or Minna and about her brand new skincare line at coolness.com. Until then, stay vibrant, stay fierce, and stay ridiculously, unapologetically, chronically healthy. See you next week.
See ya.